to use politics as a stepping stone so that we create a conducive environment where those who want to do business will do business and make money. I personally, I love a better life. You know, life is good, man, but life can only be good when you have money in your pockets. Because money speaks. We are all here because we want money. Without money, we cannot go anywhere, guys. That's the honest to each other. We are in politics because we want money. Once we have money, we are able to send our children to school. Only one MP. There's only one councillor, and you cannot all be president. You cannot all be members of parliament. Neither can you be councillors. So we are all here because we want to use politics as a stepping stone so that we create a conducive environment where those who want to do business will do business and make money. I personally, I love a better life. You know, life is good, man, but life can only be good when you have money in your pockets. Because money speaks. We are all here because we want money. Without money, we cannot go anywhere, guys. That's the honest to each other. We are in politics because we want money. Once we have money, we are able to send our children to school.
We was watching alone, but wife next to me. So Tino is watching, and Tino says the wife is just next to him, but she's not watching. I promise you, Tino, your wife is watching, okay? They like to act like they're not watching. Good evening to you all. What a week we've had in Zimbabwean politics. I mean, we had such a dramatic week today. But, you know, before the show started, I played you a clip, right? And this clip is coming from Madame Thokozani Kupe. And Madame Thokozani Kupe is saying in the clip, sorry, she's now President Thokozani Kupe. Mafani is in Zimbabwe. President Thokozani Kupe is saying in the clip that politics is all about the money. She's saying she's in politics because she likes the good life and she wants money. She's also saying to her members, that's why we're all in politics. We're all in politics because we want money. I mean, what a circus, right? Let me tell you something. Here's the reality, guys. Thokozani Kupe is hell-bent on making sure that Chamisa does not win the next election to a point where she is helping ZANU-PF. Thokozani has become the front runner and chief campaign agent for ZANU-PF. If you've ever read the Bible, there's a story in the Bible where there was a woman, and this woman gave birth to a child. And when she gave birth to a child, another woman who had also given birth to a child, but her child died, said, no, the child who's alive is my child. Okay, this is exactly what's happening with Thokozani Kupe. So they go before the king to try and figure out, so whose child is it? Thokozani Kupe is the mother that is saying, rather than me having a dead child or me not having a full child, I would rather have half a child. So that we both have a little piece of the baby. Thokozani Kupe is the single reason MDC could lose in the next election. But I've got to say, Thokozani Kupe, thank you. Because you're making the job that much easier for ZANU-PF. Because Pafeya Toko, I've told you already, Toko, no one will follow you even to the toilet, Toko. No one will follow you even to a bus stop, Toko. Toko, don't do this to MDC, oh. But says today, Toko, you are single, there is a story they used to tell, okay? And this story was about a little girl who used to live in a village. But in this village, nobody ever loved this little girl. This little girl never got love from anybody in the village, but they were always able to love one another. So one day, this little girl, she burnt the whole village just so that she could feel their warmth. That is the story of Thokozani Kupe. She will burn the whole village. Just so when you guys don't give Toko love, you see Mabasa Enyu, now she's launched a new party. That was not an MDCT Congress. Thokozani Kupe was launching a new party. And she launched this new party this last weekend with her 22 people. And my God, what a shame. I mean, what a shame to anybody who has ever said they're in opposition politics in Zimbabwe. Anybody who's ever held the mantra to be in opposition politics, you have self-defeated. Clap hands for yourself, opposition, because after all the years you've been through in the opposition, after everything you've taken from the ruling party, after everything Save Changirai went through, this is where you go? Really? You hand over everything to to Emerson Mnangagwa. Anyway, Toko, Irbo, I know who's funding your campaign. I know where you're getting the money from. And I'm glad you're getting it, because you getting the money, Toko, helps the people I like to hang around with. But what a week we've had in politics. We have a lot to talk through. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I might take phone calls tonight. But let's go through the week and what it had for us. Let's begin with where we ended in the last show. The last live I did, we spoke about how Emerson Mnangagwa cannot go through a week without dealing with the rot that Robert Mugabe left, which is called corruption. Every week, what is the new corruption that has happened this week? So last week I said I'd break down what we were talking about last week. And first it was the issue of Mary Chiwenga. There was this whole story that Mary Chiwenga is being attacked for having gone and I guess instructed the president's office to now give her the travel business. So she's being attacked. Oh, Mary, why is this going to tender? Why are you doing this? How, you know, Mary, you're being corrupt. Such a simba soldier. Let me clarify this, okay? Let me help you. Mary Chiwenga is not doing anything out of the ordinary. Under the name of government. Before Mary Chiwenga went to take the travel business, it was owned by a company called Travel Travel. Travel is the company owned by Zodwa. You know Zodwa, Ambiava 30 billion, Ambiava Genius, yeah. Zodwa Ambiava Genius is the one who owned the company that was providing this country with all of its travel when government was traveling. Now, if there's one thing you need to know about our politicians and our government officials in this country, ndege dzinokwirwa kupfura ndege dzinokwirwa kupfura dzinokwirwa ndege kupfura mbedha yepa UZ mbedha yepa UZ ina kana do ndege dzinokwirwa nemaofficial emuZimbabwe. Do you know kuti ndege dzemuZimbabwe kana dzichikwirwa nemagovernment official vandongokwira mushika mazadzirana ndocho avanoita mundege meya. So diri rearia ranga rira Zodwa. That business makes $280,000 a month. So this money was going to Zodwa. Okay, Zodwa is the one who was taking this money. Now, Kwawiyaga new dispensation. So it's not really corruption. It's just, you know, new dispensation. New dispensation. Why Zodwa had it before is she was a business partner to Amai Mugabe. So Zodwa and Amai Mugabe were in partnership. So right is that inside, outside, good cop, bad cop. Amai Mugabe and Simba, Zodwa would actually do the work, and she does a fantastic job. I mean, Traverse does a fantastic job. I mean, it's genius as she but you gotta give it to genius akangwara. Because do you know genius akabapoya? Pagano mbuye ya kupera chinesa papoya baroa pasi avatanga ubvano zvindega chera avatanga urwa zvemagitari akuma gitari ake genius kuma 30 billion I got to know. I'm only all I know is there's $15 billion missing. Genius and blast vake akapfupi akayi ane haita temba wakana vani kuziya kune 30. So 30 billion combined yaka ndo wakutambira Genius kuma 30 pizza. And I big up to you, Genius. I mean, I really ndokusimbisa uri muhombe waipa. So well done, Genius. You're now dealing with 30 billion wasia mbuya. But so I just say that about Mary, that don't give Mary such a hard time. Ijeti nopuwa wakadzi wa chef rangari mbori nemukadzi wa chef okutanga mukadzi wa chef wechi 2 hour. So raenda wakadzi wa chef anditi. So that's the situation that happened with Mary Chiwenga taking over Zodwa's business. And yeah, speaking of Genius and Davido, and Anzi, wait, help me understand something. Vanu wakaenda kushow kwa Davido. How was the show? Maybe nisanda jamba, nisanda manya. Help me understand. How was the show at Davido? Because now to me when in my video, I knew with my Zimbabwe I will congratulate you today for making a fool of yourselves again. I knew today I will be congratulating you. Well done. Taenda tikanoita mashura mashiripiti. Mwana biswa wig we. Kondo waenda nani kubawe wewe. Anga kupa ticket rekwenda ku 30 billion ndiani. because the one muna kubviswa wig nzasozo zvingori trash apa wakapfeka skipa unambona tsoyo wakapfeka hembe dzakakwana akapfeka dress rinoperera pari kutangira unge bandi rako ogani unoziya soka wakurowa what happened Davido anga chimboimba nezvei Davido. So I asked someone to play me some Davido music before I came on live tonight. Ndikaridzirwa Davido yacho ndikuiteerera Davido ndikuona apana kana chandikumbonzo ari kuimba agababa atamba chidai tamba kunenge kuchinganganganga ngochidhimoni ndikati imi chiri kuimbwa apa ichi baba vari kuimbei ava vari kuimbei apo tuna vasikana apana kana chauri kunzwa but vakadzi vari kutotamba. So those who went to Davido's show ndakanzwa ranzi makasanganisa team reku unplugged team reku unplugged rakapenga because team reku unplugged zvarinoita people don't understand baby nemukomana vandoirana vari kumba kuti ndosaka vakomana vazhinji vaine vasikana vavo ku unplugged musikana anonzi nemukomana wake baby I'm going to unplugged ndikuenda mbonotamba nemasalad musikana obvati alright undiunzirawo foni sezvokuvatoro 2 ondichengeterawo 1 yangu itori industry yekunokwatora muramafoni saka waune team unplugged kuva kwaita timu Sarahure toita tino Sarahure timu Sarahure itimu yekuti haidi kusara chese kwese kwarira gitare iriko unoziva vasikana vaive vanopinda vanopfeka uniform yekubhawa unoziva uniform yekubhawa yekuti ari kutoratidza kuti inini handina kana mari yekutenga drink nhasi ndati handina kana 1 but ndinoziva kuti ndichatengerwa madrink inini nemabhurutu angu iro timu Masarahure rinenge ririmo ene kuda timu rinenge rine mari chachero varume vevanhu vanouya kubhawa kutsvaga mabhebhi anenge achida varume vevanhu ndo timu ranga rusane zviro zvasangana manje zvasangana mayamu yapaka kiyana kwega saka ndaona mwa kuchema hanzi Davido wacho akabvizobviswa bhandi ari pastage. What kind of foolishness kupi kwokuti sho munobvisa artist bhandi imagine tukuya wene kukura kwake nekurwara onzi tukabviswa bhandi pastage. Zimbabweans, my fellow Zimbabweans, in fact munhu wese akaenda kwa Davido havanobvunzwa kuvhota next election. Munodinyudza imi mutone pfungwa dzine era munodinyudza. No one who went to the Davido show must be allowed to vote in the next election. Anyway, so we'll talk about the video later, but I was explaining to you what happened with Mary Chiwenga. There was also the story of Mary Chiwenga last week, that Mary Chiwenga took over 300 acres of land. 300 acres of land, okay? Now, for anybody who knows where the piece of land Mary Chiwenga took is, you would understand the intelligence behind what she does. At least Mary Chiwenga angotora zvese. And angotora minda yese, anotoro iri strategic. Akanotora, New Harare iri kuenda ichikwidza ichenda kunana Mutoko, kunana Blue Ridge, kunana, uchikwidza after after Chisipiti, uchikwira uchienda ndokuri kuenda New Harare. Saka land yese yaya, ukaona panoperera panogumira land yeAdha, nepanotangira land ya General Chiwenga. Pakafanana panana kudai. So General Chiwenga vana about 700 acres papo, mukadzi waine 300, pamwechete vaita 1000, yapa wakapoka vapindo mu 1000. But if you think that's bad, don't even blame the general. The general only has 1000 now between him and his wife. Do you understand? Mugabe has 16,000. 16,000, okay? Mugabe has 16,000. So, and there's people way less important than Mary who have more. So, no hate to you, Mary. I think you're doing okay. I actually like Mary Chiwenga. I think she's very cool to be around. Like I said, if you've ever watched Love and Basketball, Unzi Basketball Housewives, whatever, Atlanta, Hip Hop Housewives, one of those. Great woman. I like Mary Chiwenga because unlike my Mugabe, Mary Chiwenga does kumba kwake cheta, so she's not coming after us really, after Madiri Avo, and whatever happens there, Madiri Avo. So all love to Mary, all love to General. General but all love to Mary. Look, willing buyer willing seller. The only problem is akataka utwa naonu wari high office ma senior antanga kuba mari. But ayo mera askuba. Mera na madira mera tori open good madiri. Ana ngozopuwa ake hard time because murumo wake kandiye mukuru wemauto. So that's what happened in the world of corruption. Imwe nyaya yakaitika ndeyekuti Zimbabwe Airways. So this Simba Chikore guy, okay? Anybody who's ever been near Simba Chikore, I was at Simba Chikore's wedding with Bona. I was actually one of the VVIPs because ndakauya ndiripa ticket remudharo wanga ari mukuru pamchato akapa Bentley pamchato. Simba Chikore akura. Muza boys rakura ratamba. Ngira katopota ratembuka mbabvu nekutamba. Atamba. Akasangana na Bona akajigira. Simba ba timira mwana wa president abapinda machena. I know what now in an explanation I used to be a pilot. Of course, Simba was never a pilot. Simba cannot fly an aeroplane. He knows he can't fly an aeroplane. But someone our president he can fly an aeroplane and did it. So Simba Pakapina Mudirire Zimbabwe Airways. He gave an interview today in the Independent or Standard. And in the interview, Simba out to Siririsa, out Mufunga and the end of church, Pepe and the doctor, Dr. Amai, Dr. Simba, the better doctor, the Vandagan pilot, no Buruangwai Burugandeg and the Falena Buruang, the Vanazoku, Rumendi and Garia Tesora Bondiva Cash, the Vandat Burandeg, down and I think I take it. But the Chokwa eats Simba the Jaguti. 7,000 miles out of Rongonayo. 7,000 miles you could quit. Where 7,000 miles you could brutandegi. And 7,000 miles you could quit. Saka 7,000 miles without what I'm watching quit. Still, you will be brutal. He was still be brutal. Oh, Munagara, was no motor. Konoga, Passa Dimna, and Mota, no Chucha motor. What a good driver motor. Donya Simba thought he is now a pilot, but. Agarwa beg. Simba mkoma na agarwa beg because Simba is, he thought, power in Zimbabwe is sexually contracted. Ugarara upane power unoita power, ugarara unani maru unoita mari. Ma example bitese tunomazi agawandisa. So Simba chokwadi ndeje kuti ugarwa deal, ugarwa jet, just like a lot of other people. Angorima jet. For all those who forgive Simba, I don't know, do a side, send a signal. I don't know, send a like button, heart button, like, comment, say something. Because Simba to series now you're stuck with Bona. And I know, look, I'm not a hater, but guys, look, if you look at Simba, out of 10, mark out of 10, Papa went some facha. Chino gonna kushika kuma 9, 10. If you look at Bona, out of 10. So now you're stuck na Bona president Baba Bona Dololo. But Simba, I'm sure this country at some point will forgive you. Speaking of corruption, this week Temba Maliswa called the security sector to the parliament portfolio on mines and minerals to ask about the 15 billion that's missing. He then finished the session by saying we must invite Robert Mugabe to come and explain what happened to the 15 billion. Let me help you put some context around it, around what's happening in parliament. Let me, because I know Zunag is a YouTube, but let me give you context of what's actually happening. It's a pointless, useless exercise because number one, no one will get arrested. Number two, the 15 billion is not coming back. Number three, just like everything else in Temba's life, it's about wasting time, wasting resources, and but who here believes that $15 billion is coming? If you believe that the $15 billion will come back, do something. Write in the comment section. Do you believe it's coming back? That's what I thought. It's not coming back. What we are supposed to be doing is we're supposed to be focusing on making another $15 billion. Understand this, Zimbabwe. The story of Marange Diamonds, the story of that whole diamond block is when you go to Marange, a lot of people have never been there. That's why we speak the way we speak. But I've been to Marange. When you go to Marange, there is 7 blocks, okay? 7, what's the word they use? Not barricaded. 7 pegged claims of diamonds. 7. The whole fight going on between Bada, Diamond, Mwacho, Machaina, all these Mbavas, the whole fight is about one of the 7. Hondo Yese is about one of the 7. Mwari no funga kato skapa kutoviga. Zime zato 6. Aona mabira wacha turubita kata kubongo na ujika nzungu. Omana mna nzungu. Anongo kamura nzungu kana mkanwa. Wafundo wajika nzungu ngani. Ago no dai. Tasiana ne kujika mbavu nguruwe. munozemba kunze nguruwe manga pork ribs zvasiyana kuri konjika pork ribs muzoenda chikama ribs 3-4 because nyama yakakura but vanhu vanenge but munhu ari kudya unga ari kudya dzungu anenge achingokamura chirova chitikita chienda. So it's a wasteful exercise. It's an absolutely wasteful exercise. But Temba akaona gap rekuti akubelieve iseka iyo mbava yanonzi Temba. But I'm not going to be attacking you too much now because wakakumbira regerero. So we'll deal with you in your own session. By the way, if you're watching this Temba, Paul Westwood needs some answers of the brutality you committed to his family and iona sekuru wako chiuri munezva mukasiya maita gadzirisa insanda tanga kubata batai iwo unodirana tere unenyaya teredzo kunotona unodirana teredzo kunotona iwo ndikudhila newe Temba ukasagadzira nyaya yevarungu wakabira zvinhu zvavo. So that's what's happening on the corruption front in Zimbabwe. We all also heard of the story about Terence Mukupe. Terence Mukupe is the Deputy Minister of Finance. I'm biased about Terence Mukupe, as most of you would know. He's one of my boys. Terence Mukupe had two headlines. One headline, as the Deputy Minister of Finance, was that Agarova, Director of Finance in the ministry, for not giving him enough money. So I was thinking about this, that let's be reasonable, Zimbabweans. What could have really happened? Why would a whole deputy minister go to a director of finance and clap him for not giving him enough money? Ndofunga chakaitika kande chokuti mukuru pa aifamba uyu vakarekoda kuti ari kufamba ega, but what they don't know is when the ministers are traveling, they travel with their small houses or their bobojanis, or their girlfriends, or something. So, minister wangane my mistress avo. So his money was really good. What about my mistresses? You know, mukadzi wa honorable anonzi honoress. Mukadzi wa minister, the girlfriend ya minister inonzi mistress. So the minister needed some money for the mistress. Now, there is no pressure in a man's life than the pressure of being strongest one na mistress wako, because mistress has my expectation, just like you have an expectation on your mistress. So Terence, next time, let me help you. Don't clap the finance director. Clap Mangujga. Mangujga will print it for you. I'm telling you, Terence, during Mazoa Gono, Teona Gono, go and clap Mangujga. Sorry, your director. Imagine your Terence was about Anzi. So the deputy minister is supposed to have taken $15,000 worth of seed from Sidco, and he hasn't paid it back. And Sidco had now gone to the courts to ask the court to give him permission for him to be arrested. Sidco, do you really want to arrest a minister? Now, I don't know if Terence has all the money, but remember, Nyangu Yakabudaya newspaper is 8,000. What I'm very sure of is Terence at least 8,000. 8 gida mukura anayo. Cash. Mayusa. Because Nakama Pulitari Mayusha. 8,000 Terence anayo. Terence, yeah? Ipe, give them. The man. So that's, I guess that's on corruption in Zimbabwe this week. What are you guys saying? Let me look through your comments here. Okay, I think I'll just come to the comments in one go. Now, this was also a week of love stories. I mean, we heard some dramatic love stories in Zimbabwe this week. Takanzwa ma love story anoshitsa pakuti unenge uchinzwa nyaya hana yakuichita kurema. Some of the love stories made me angry. Some of the love stories made me imagine. Some of the love stories made me happy. But there are crucial love stories that happened in Zimbabwe this week. The first love story we all heard about was about confidence. Confidence is the young man from University of Zimbabwe. 5. I mean, you can tell that boy was, I don't know, can you say was raised properly? Because I'm not sure. But sorry, I have confidence. Sorry, but let me give you some tips. Confidence. And any other young Kanana Kunzoko who wants to do bobojanis with many women. Listen, it's the geographical spacing. Do not have them all in the same classroom. Simple. 2 + 2 = 4. Quick math. Confidence. So confidence. It's a geographical spacing. It's a one ku spaces. One ku Catholic University. One ku MSU. One ku MSU on the 5 because Japanese is last. One ku Chinoi. Just space them confidence. Space them. Because kodava ucheka kanisi. Koga nisi daga kacheko. Oda kazi vaskara no penga vanga yanga kaitronga ngane brugwa 1. Ngane brugwa umbuka. So confidence, my advice to you young man, is space them. Okay, space, do your thing, but space them. Others will know fun. To the girls, confidence. Confidence. If you can only, your parents will be proud of you. You people would make your parents proud. But panic one, I go pestragas and don't for Mangeria. We are and stepfather. Because we are behavior yake, behavior kumba this nyongoro. Kaya garbambere cheeky man, we get $20. Kaya cheeky. Abagane we get $20. We get VIP section. You know what I would check on my life, man. She's in confidence. Okay, so we're back. I mean, sorry about I'm not sure if it's my network. I'm not sure if it's a operation. But when the under farisa open mazitanga natanga utaura kandofunga na anda farisa. Uzibongo farisa ka jidani umiswe. Usati wa what was it? Usati wa operation. So yeah, all right, we're back. Just let me know, guys. Trying to read. Yes, we see you. We can't see you. You can't see me? I need to know, guys. Can you see me? Can you confirm if you can see me, please? We're here for the analysis, loud and clear. Okay, cool. All right, so I think you guys, I think you can see me. I was just talking about the love stories that happened in our country this week. So yeah, confidence. The confidence, wangu confidence. I've refilled some water, so we got some more water now. Confidence, you know, space them out, confidence, space them out. Otherwise, no row. But the girls who are beating up confidence. There is a real issue we must ultimately discuss there of domestic violence. The moment you think you need to use violence to fight your argument, it means you failed to find an intellectual way of explaining why he was cheating on you. This is the same problem that sometimes ZANU-PF has when he's trying to explain Nelson Chamisa. But when Nelson Chamisa at a rally, Nelson Chamisa bust everybody. It's because we are failing to find an intelligent way to outline how people can be following him. Saka dzimanguwa askana dzidzira kutsvaga intelligence yacho kuti zvafamba sei kuti tisvike ipapo. Domestic violence is not cool, because if that guy called confidence was a girl and 5 guys were brutally beating that girl, we would have called it all manner of things and this country would have been in an uproar. So violence bichana askana amsama munzo song area inonzi love yemu soja. Ita love yechi soja, love haidi ukasha. You know da pole den and a day. But of course, with more love stories this week, there was Terence Mkupe yakengeri ye mari ne Kia director. The Terence I'm referring to, there was Terence from, guys, are you still there? Why do I think I've lost visual again? I'm good. Okay. Sorry. Okay. The other Terence is Terence from Norton. Norton yura zerenda mambara. But let me see, I've mixed feelings about Terence from Norton, and I'll explain. When I heard the story, okay, first I heard the story. I heard the story that there's a guy called Terence angane sex tape with his chick, right? Now I know 1 or 2 things about sex tapes, okay? And when they leak, secret to leaking, guys, look, if you record it, it's going to leak. Don't ever record it, because now I've let, if you're recording it, it is going to leak. Chawa recorda chese, chichabuda chete. Sakayona kurekoda. Sisine murwana wadiki, you're young, you're still growing. Muchira nachipanga. Terence records himself with his shorty. Now, I'm just hearing the story. I haven't seen the tape at this point. I'm like, but Terence, why would you do that? And then the girl decides she's going to kill herself. Then someone sent me the sex tape. Now, I don't know. I don't know if you saw it, but someone sent me the girl and what she was doing to Terence. Now, allow me. What this girl was doing to Terence, she does not deserve to die. No. This girl does not deserve to die. Do you understand? And kill anybody else, not this girl. This girl is Zaita msikana huyu kwa jibirufu. Mbogo on the Terence here. Terence, no wonder why Temba Meliso said I'm going to find you and deal with you, because how can you, that type of woman is not the type that's supposed to die, Terence. That's an asset. You know, I must watch my language because I've got all ages here, I've got families watching, but yikes! If you saw what I saw the girl, she was doing to hey, why did you have to die? Why did she have to die? She could have just come to Harare. But boys, Renoto and Rene Zungu. Terence, you are a mad-head. Even me, I'm looking for you, Terence, because how do you manaka? That in this room, Davido, future. So, it's not, more of the story, it's not cool. Terence, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have threatened to put it out. Thank you for putting it out, but you shouldn't have put it out. But yeah, I'm very sorry to Tapiwa and Tapiwa's family that you have to go through that. But I tell you what, Tapiwa, if you're remembered for nothing else, there's a lot of women in this country who watched that and they said, no wonder. Because an area style one mwana mdikwe mwana mdikwe but this sexual reproductive health EP ipo pai so well done to Tapiwa. I mean, condolences to Tapiwa. Terence, something is wrong with you, man. Terence, something is really wrong with you. But yeah, what happened to Tapiwa is not cool. Terence, what you did is also not cool. And then there's another guy who also decided to kill himself in England. Help me understand something, Zimbabweans. At which point do you find killing yourself to be a solution? You know, the only other thing that I know which does is Iwiza. Have you ever studied the life of a Wiza? A Wiza in English is called a what? A locust. A locust. A locust. The life of a locust. Wiza. Kanaratsamwa, kanaraita hasha, rochkora makumbo. Those are Wiza. Wiza runozura ya kanaratsamwa. Why are you people killing yourself? How do you get to a point where you say, I am going to kill myself because of another person? How? Ona blast where I told you makandiwa vakazura hanzi kwanzi mota ku England quote makandiwa I've done it. Anyway, I've did it. I hope you are going to be happy. Yes, the red poison that I've drank, I've already did it. I'm now dying. I did it. I hope you are going to be happy. The British government is going to be happy. Shut up. How can you? Depression is a real thing. People suffer from depression. This is a true fact. And when you suffer from any condition, chronic or otherwise, you must seek help. You have to seek help. The problem with people who are living in the United Kingdom, a lot of them, is they don't have a family structure to protect them. So because ukama haunana tete, haunana mbuya, haunana mkwasha, simply because ukusangana muri msango, modana na msango, makapana na wanu bakanyanga na uhondo. Remember baberi bakanyanga na uhondo. Banyanga na uhondo, baba na mai babaita utazan. Tazan miti Jane miti Tazan. Polokoto. This is where the challenge is. So, stop killing yourselves, please. Sorry, guys. I've got a notification again. Okay. So, this is what's causing people to kill themselves. So, people in the UK, I know sometimes Mwana support structure from the churches in the UK, the Zimbabwean churches. Congratulations and kudos to those. I know sometimes you find it in UK, so it's also okay. On my Facebook live, Anna Mofu na Auntie Jenny. Just don't kill yourself. Okay? There is no point in killing yourselves. How do you kill yourselves? Because I'm gonna ask you kuda. Anyway, wow, Mugabe. Mugabe would have rather killed himself than with us. Can you imagine we had an Independence Day in this country without Mugabe? Man, okay. Let's get back to some serious issues. We just had Independence Day. Now, you all saw what happened at Independence Day. The highlights of Independence Day was Nelson Chamisa. When he walked into the stadium went into an uproar. Okay? Literally an uproar. Now, I don't know how my chef PF thought was going on, or what they thought happened. But when you see people cheering Chamisa like that, that's a real reason to worry. Thank God we have Kupe who's helping us, but Chamisa is gaining ground. You must understand this guy is got room to attract new voters, and he's getting them. And then you invite him to your stage or to your party. Imagine I invite a to party kwako, right? To help you understand what happened at the stadium. You invite someone to your party. When they come to your party, they start dancing better than you at your party. They get all the attention from your party. But he's walking into the stadium, spoke the most. Nobody remembers what the president said, really. But everybody remembered what happened when Chamisa walked in. This means Chamisa will chisa mbama chisa. Oro wakuruta uranai mitechino one. The election could be very tight. I didn't expect him to have that much applause. Of course, I understand the president is not yet on full throttle campaign mode. So as to campaign on the economy, but the economy is vote man. You know, vote voter. Zaka magona marala ruzarawa nuru anwa kuzori yango ba yelomo sakabaruenda kunozaza marali. Yeah, but that's independence. I've started a new category on this show. It's called the presidential candidate of the week. The presidential candidate of the week this week is Joyce Mujuru. Because while everybody else, vamwangari pasipemiti ou blazanugara pasipemuti audironge anuskuraji amshana, vamwangari stadium, Joyce Mujuru decided she would go to a hospital to take a selfie. Because there were no nurses in the hospital. So Joyce Mujuru went to take a selfie. In fact, it's crazy. Because why would you go to a hospital where you got absolutely nothing to help them with? Joyce Mujuru didn't go there to help them. She went there to see them, see their pain, get back in her S500 Mercedes-Benz, full kitted, and then go home. And then post the pictures and say, I went to see people in the hospital today. But since well done to you, Maya Mujuru. You were the presidential candidate of the week. Her campaign is, I guess, still kicking and alive. She will not. She has some seats she can win. I'll talk about those in another show. But right now, well done for getting out there on Independence Day and taking pictures and showing us something else that wasn't masoja, imacha, ma paratroopa, ma parachute. So thank you for that. We also know that Mukanya is in town. If you don't know who Mukanya is, it means you are born late. Mukanya is Mapfumo. Mapfumo is in the country. Now, there's a difference between Mapfumo supporters and Davido supporters. Both of them are in the country at the same time. But there's a difference between their supporters. My supporter are Davido, and my supporter are Chamisa. Okay? Same panana. One went to concert as not a boyfriend, as not a girlfriend, but I'm going to be one is Jesse. And I'm going to be what Jesse. My supporter Amukanya on the other hand, my supporter Amukanya, Madara anenda nima small house. Ukaona msikana wachenda chete kwa Mkanya next week. Uri small. Wanunua malaga. Abuna zeze mabodore green boto echiko mabodoro makala nge Christmas light. Angaga bagizwa kupati kwa genius. Kwa Mapfumo kunoendwa malaga. Ndikwe malaga ne maskadi. No crowd dengero, but the crowd runga madiri manje. Crowd zokuti rimami arisku rovana nekubisana mawivu. Aumbo foka nzorwa bisana mawivu kwa Mapfumo. Kwa madiri madara runga madiri as teacher do patru kusara ma youth. So that's the Mapfumo crowd. Mapfumo is in the country. Welcome home Dara. Achingoshika Mapfumo anaka nobononoka anzi na Mapfumo. Anzi na Mapfumo achingoshika. Anzi but mimi indawa. Ndafamu ndapfura mu road ye Zimbabwe. Mota dzenyu ndedze ku America. But ma road enyu apedza Mapfumo. And mota idzi munadzo America. But ma road Zimbabwe. Zvikanzi sakakazoti mani Mapfumo anonoke mani akatodza munanga kwa yenke. Saka munamchechera Mapfumo. But welcome home Mapfumo. It's good to have you. I'm sure you saw some dress styles at Independence. A lot of people tend, I don't know why this is, but I think we all love Mary Chiwenga. She's our favorite personality. A lot of people were focusing on what she was wearing at Independence, the viscose, all of it. But yeah, Mary Chiwenga was the best dressed at Independence. General Chiwenga slept. He was tired and probably bored because a lot of that stuff is really boring. So next time I think that's with my dependence. Ngati maidi ma 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Mo general wakataka kurara vari paipa yako hondo yakatanga apa gamba redu rega ratinoziva ratinotemba rakarara hondo yotanga paipa gamba rakarara tinoenda apa futi dzakawanda kadzi dziri paipa. So Napota, please chinjai length in green independence. And all right, guys, I want to get to comments in a minute, so let me quickly go through what are the issues I thought were very topical this week. The nurses got fired. Now the nurses got fired. Very strange. I've always said General Chiwenga is one of the smartest tacticians I know. But he's such a tactician. Imagine this. He fires all the nurses, okay? All the nurses get fired. And everybody goes home. The whole country goes in an uproar. Ah, General. Abamurume one and the murume akamira mchimiti akamira kadaka tensa. Akadeni what? Mnangagwa kadauza nduku dzinga futi obasa. Just jokes. Atsike president basa, that's treasonous. Anyway, so he fires all the nurses. I felt so bad for the nurses. I didn't like it. And then the nurses said, yeah, chabonga. And then from nowhere, the nurses decide they're going to say, no, okay, defeat. I mean, General has just shown the nurses that I honestly cannot believe the nurses went back to work. The government always has a government here mass people solution. Remember, solution. 5 kilometers. It's because our government officials have never walked. I've never been in a combi. Likewise, if you've never been in a Zimbabwean hospital, how do you understand Zimbabwean problems? Zimbabwean government officials come up with this one-size-fits-all stupid solutions because they've never experienced the very thing they are burdening on the public. These men have never been in a public hospital. Right now, the vice president, Aruchengetwa, nes simbi, zemanes, zirgu South Africa, runo pora uchingo muona nes wacho. So I'm a bit upset about that. But again, our government they don't use these things, so they don't understand their need. We see the nurse can be the single difference between life and death. So I'm terribly sorry for the way the nurses have been treated. I hope the president comes up with a solution for this. I guess that's all I can say on the nurses. On the political front in this country, we've had a very politically busy week. I have a formula I wish to show you. We now have over 100 presidential candidates in the country. This is the problem with when you can pass in a criteria, you're with a president, and you now have 100 presidential candidates. All you are doing, let me tell you, is you're simply causing confusion. That confusion works in the favor of ZANU-PF. You can't have that many people fighting for the opposition vote. The opposition needs to decide, are you fighting each other or are you fighting ZANU-PF? Are you in this race to destroy each other or are you in this race to destroy ZANU-PF? Now, ZANU-PF, chitima chikuramba chichifamba. I want to help you, I want to demonstrate a mathematical scenario of what's happening. Allow me to show you a mathematical scenario of what's happening, okay? I brought some coins here. This is 21 coins, okay? So let's assume each coin stands for 100,000. 2.1 million, let me see. 2.1 million is the number of votes ZANU-PF got in the year 2013, the last election. ZANU-PF got 2.1 million votes, okay? Let me bring in another figure. This is 1.1 million. So there's 11 coins here. 1.1 million is the number of votes MDC got in 2013 elections. Are you with me? Okay? Are you with me? Okay, we've got a notification again. Let's get that off. Are you with me? Okay, just let me know you're with me. Just write in the comment section that you're still with me and you're following. 2.1 million votes for ZANU-PF. 1.1 million votes for MDC in the last election. Now, political science would then educate us and tell us that anytime there's a faction, you lose about 10% of your voter base. So let me bring a calculator out. Let's work with the calculator. So 2.1 million, when the Mujuru faction left, let's assume they left with 10% of the party. From 2.1, that's 210. So we take 200, put it over there, and 10,000. Now, when the G40 left, let's assume they also took another 10%. So there's another 10%, G40 has left. So ZANU-PF without G40, ZANU-PF without Joyce Mujuru, still, when you put them next to each other, do you see the difference? You still have more ZANU-PF than you have MDC. But let's not forget, MDC has had its fights. So they broke a couple of times. First it was BT, Mangoma, Mtambara, all the rest of them. Then they all came back together, called themselves the Alliance. And now there's only one faction which is really broken up, one serious faction what they're talking about, and that's the Coupe faction. So let's say Coupe took away 10% of the MDC vote. From 1.1 million, she would have taken 110,000. So we take the one, we put it there. Now, you have MDC with its broken faction. You have ZANU-PF with its broken faction. And still ZANU-PF is stronger than MDC. So if the elections were today, okay, I haven't gone into the new voters yet, but if the elections were today and everybody kept their voter bases, this is what you've done. You've got ZANU-PF, let me give you the exact figure. So you've got ZANU-PF from 2.1 million. It's subtracted 210,000. It's subtracted again, 210,000. ZANU-PF has 1.6 million votes. MDC now is under 1 million votes, okay? But these breakaways have gone and they've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've created 500,000. You got 500,000 votes that came from the faction. So this is the faction vote. But now, ZEC went on to register 2.1 million new voters. So let's bring in 2.1 million new voters. There you go. See that? Are you with me? Tell me if you're following the maths. Just write in the comments that you're following the maths. 2.1 million votes brought in by ZEC. Now, the question is, where are the virgin voters going? Where are these new voters going? How do you break down the arithmetic? I'll help you break it down. Let's assume that the 1,680,000 people left in ZANU-PF, only half of them, which is 840,000, were able to convince just one. Could a half-year member as ZANU-PF were able to convince just one person to register to vote, and that's a registered voter for ZANU-PF. That means you have 840,000 votes going to ZANU-PF. Whether mukadzi wako mnyowani, mwana mnyowana ugora kuvota. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 800. Okay? So, 800 votes going to ZANU-PF. So this is for ZANU-PF, right? And then from the 1.1 that MDC had, 1.1 million, subtract that 10% of theirs, which is 110,000, you're left 990. So from that 990, let's assume half were able to get people to, that's 495. So they get 495,000 new voters. 495,000 new voters for MDC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we say 500,000 for MDC. Look at what has just happened here. You now have a scenario where you still have ZANU-PF with more votes than MDC. Now, you then have the purely undecideds from the registered voters, because no one registers to vote without knowing who they are voting for, unless you're a real undecided. So you have this batch of undecideds, which is equivalent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 800,000 undecideds plus the faction breakaways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 500. 800 plus 500. These guys are, when we say you are splitting the vote, this is what we mean. That means this 500,000 could have gone to MDC, but it's not going. There's another 800,000 which could have gone to MDC, but it's not going. So ZANU-PF currently is leading. The only way that MDC gets to win, and I'm sorry because it's a difficult way, the only way MDC wins in order for you to get the undecideds is you have to get the 500 factions. So you have to get G40, you have to get Maimujuru, you have to get Tokozani Coupe. You have to get them to add on to you, because when they add on to you, look at that. You're still... Okay, let me see if I can make you see that properly. You're still, so that's ZANU-PF over there, and that's MDC over there. You're still low, but you've got a fighting chance. But this will give you enough goodwill to not only take these guys, which is the undecided. Notification again. Right, you now take the undecided. So this is what you now have. Now all of a sudden, the opposition is able to beat ZANU-PF. Failure to do this, you cannot beat ZANU-PF. This is why ZANU-PF is a guarantee win right now. I am talking to you about mathematics. If you are using basic syllogism, it will tell you that this is most likely where we're going to. The only way you end up with the balance tipped against ZANU-PF is if everybody unites. So besa anakati kaliloli gali, anakati goli kali, mwacho yu amai mujuru, anigwachara nyadza odze, kutwaka zingwa sena mgabe. Everybody needs to find a way to come into the same camp. Zimbabweans will put confidence and support behind a united camp. So will the money, by the way, to fund these elections. So I just wanted to give you an explanation. If you guys think I had it right, just give me put my hearts button if you think I'm pretty close to how this is going to play out. Or if you understood the logic, hearts button. So that's what's happening with the voter breakdown. I spoke a little bit about Thokozani Kupe launching a new party. Thokozani Kupe did not launch MDCT. Look, MDCT chinu chakayenda na chamisa. Thokozani Kupe launched a brand new party. It's just called MDCT. What's in the name, right? The trouble you have, more of the trouble. I mean, the weirdest, strangest things happened at this launch. I mean, I already told you Thokozani can't lead anyone even to the toilet. She can't, and she won't. I'm not being tribalistic, or I'm not being sexist, but if there's two things this country is not ready for, this country is not ready. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm saying it's not ready. This country is not ready to be led by a Ndebele president and by a woman president. Now, I know you all come and say, oh, Acie, don't say that. I am telling you, you show me which province in this country is ready, is ready to be led by either. This is why I think Thokozani, you just really have a hard time. Your story, aina diri, auna nyaya, but I like you. I think you are doing fantastic for ZANU-PF. Strange things began to happen at this rally. The first strange thing that happened is they had an interpreter who was interpreting everything that was happening from Shona to Ndebele to English. But when Thokozani Kupe began to deliver her speech, the interpreter wasn't there. So it's almost as if she didn't want the Ndebele speaking crowd to hear what she was saying in English. So she made sure the interpreter wasn't interpreting anything. Very strange. And then they introduced this thing where Obed Gutu was introduced by his wife. They said the wife must get up and she must give a speech. Nyaya kwisa vakadzi venyu kuti vapema speech iyoyoka. Ndakuona. Gutuka. Nyaya kwisa vakadzi venyu kuti vaise ma speech. Ndo zvakati createra dambudziko ragaga izvozvo, dambudziko ramarujata, because microphone inonakidza. Unoti waibata nhasi mangwana wakuida futi inenge chiche kuti ukauita unonga uchida futi. Inenge ukauita something, then ukuda futi something, something. Ndo dambudziko. So bise vakadzi vimba microphone, please. And then Thokozani Kupe was introduced by her daughter. Very confusing stuff. Very, very confusing stuff. I just don't understand why it was being done that way. Now, the party's got a lot of women. They were really wanting to show Zarama Dzimai. Linda Musarira. Linda Musarira, a very good friend of mine. A lot of you know who Linda Musarira is. Linda Musarira, activist, spent almost 6 months, 4 months in jail under the Mugabe regime. Is an independent candidate. I know her well. All of a sudden, Linda Musarira is now the information secretary for Amai Kupe's new party. Now, I support Linda, and I think that's a great pick. She will do the job excellently. But akapinda ginyabu, akapinda akapinda nemudumbu, akapinda nemkanwa. Mushongo akabayiwa nemudumbu sakuitwa administer properly. So, Linda, congratulations to you. I'm so happy for you because, but my sister, Wanzoza Toro Thokozani at the beginning of my video, Rova beg, Linda, Rova beg, rese. Roa beg rese sushina beg start out on give majanja peramuto. Roa beg Linda. But nothing was more stranger at a rally than when Thokozani Kupe said, I would like to take a moment to celebrate Mother of the Nation, Winnie Mandela. What? Thokozani Kupe said, I want to recognize Winnie Mandela, Mother of the Nation. What pills are you on, Thokozani? What? Winnie Mandela is mother of which nation? Are you okay? Winnie Mandela is mother of not our nation. Mama send us a signal. My funny is she's not the mother of our nation. Will you behave yourself? How can you say mother of the nation? Or Mam Nangago and Mam Nangago is the mother of our nation. Stop it. Or Mam Gabo, somebody, or some mamai somewhere. Not Winnie Mandela. Jesse Quack, is it Mazima Quakira Mazimbabuan? Tell the mother of our nation. She's not mother of our nation. You rather you be a mother of our nation, not to put a mother of our nation as Silvedu. ZANU-PF has began its primaries. Okay, guys, I took a little longer today. I shouldn't have done that, so I want to wrap up. ZANU-PF began its primary, rather announced its list of primary candidates this week. Why do you keep saying that? Okay, ZANU-PF announced the list of its primary candidates. So we now know what's happening in ZANU-PF. See, the problem is while opposition ZANU-PF is formating itself and preparing itself to give you a beating at the elections. ZANU-PF is having its first round test of how elections work. How they've done the primary elections. Over 3,000 candidates want to contest for, about 1,000 seats in total. ZANU-PF understands how much it costs to run an election. You have 210 constituencies in the country. They will spend about 100,000 on each constituency. That's a total of $21 million they are going to spend. If you are running for president and you don't have $21 million, election is not 21 million, or at 14 million so that you can get 2/3 majority in parliament. Will you sit down? It's primary or something. Anyway, so ZANU-PF has announced its primaries list. It's incredible the amount of people who are running for elections. Kalistos Jokonya Ngambori Mkuru CZI is running. Nyasha Matsika is running in Goromonzi West. James Makamba is running in Mount Darwin South. Who else is running under ZANU-PF ticket, who you guys might be familiar with? Obadiah Moyo, the man who runs with the hospital, is running. Nevo Muchangwa, Santa Chris Muchangwa is running. Philip Chiangwa is running under ZANU-PF ticket. Shura Rega, but what the primary elections will do, see, primary elections are very divisive because after Mwakiwa and Batram Shonga, Nanga Zese Ziri busy, Nusaka voice Tora Batradzoka, because Nanga Ziri busy. Ashanga don't want to become Shonga. The thing with primary elections is it gives ZANU-PF an opportunity to poll itself, to test its preparedness for the next elections. And so they're having this on the 5th of May, the 28th of April, the primary elections. We will definitely have the elections by 31 July. 31 July, remember this date, you will come back to it when you see when the prophet is Yeshua. I did it. I told you I did already. 31 July, we're going to see the elections happening. So by the time we get this, ZANU-PF get practice. Meanwhile, the opposition is practicing rallies and practicing to fight each other. This is why ZANU-PF will have a head start on you. Imi, if your candidate does not have 21 million, tell your candidate, Garapasi Kurumidza. Garapasi? Kupenga? I want $21 million learn politics. So yeah, that's what's happening in ZANU-PF politics. ED is in a very good shape, guys. Look, I think he's in a very fit. He is definitely in a fitter shape than Mugabe was going to be. In Mugabe angacha chaiwa election ebakomana. Ndiyem nanga inini jana nchano no riga kuti Mugabe abude mu election. Angacha rigwa. Mugabe aifana to buda. Enangacha budisa squad dragerese. So ED is in a very fit position at the moment. He's leading the charge. But I just wish both candidates would understand this. The real political disruption we need in this country is this one thing. We need this as political disruption. We cannot spend $21 million from the two leading political parties, giving you a total of $42 million on an exercise to decide how we're going to govern ourselves. It cannot be that expensive to decide how to govern ourselves. No Zimbabwean has a problem with you governing together. Nobody has a problem because ED has some good ideas and some very bad ideas. Chamisa has some good ideas and some very bad ideas. You almost wish there was a way ED could use his stability and his steady hand to groom Chamisa, for Chamisa to rise up one day. It is possible. It is possible to have a political situation where our politics is not about fighting each other. If politicians really loved you, if they really loved people, every politician who's in parliament right now must say, I'm not coming back. I'm part of the failure. I'm not coming back. If you truly want to show us you love people and you don't love money like Thokozani Kupe said, then why are you coming back? Why have you failed since the year you started being in parliament and you're still coming back? Don't come back to parliament. Go out. Give us a break. I told you I wasn't running for political office. Not because I don't know how to rig, not because I don't have the money, not because I don't know how to win. I do. But I realized ndakashiba. I'm not fit for public office. That's why I'm not running. I need time to rehabilitate. Maokangwaya anononga ndakanonga zakawanda. Izvi zvangu. Ezona ndakunzwa kumakoti yedze kunonga nonga. Saka ndakati nganimbopoza ndimboita yangu mari and then I'll come back. So my message to politicians is I wish you would realize the money you're wasting fighting each other, you could use it to actually unite this country. So the presidential candidate of the week, Maya Mujuru. The idiot of the week, Themba Muliswa, as always, is a lifetime achievement award for Fool of the Week. Why? Because you are just it. Everybody else, I love you. Thank you guys for watching. We got 1,100 live views today. That's incredible. This show was a bit longer than I needed it to be, but I don't want to go before I played you this final clip. Okay, listen to this, guys. Listen. Next time you want to know what Thokozani Kupe is up to, okay, let me listen to this, guys. The Toko and listen to Toko.
Only one MP. There's only one councillor, and you cannot all be president. You cannot all be members of parliament. Neither can you be councillors. So we are all here because we want to use politics as a stepping stone so that we create a conducive environment where those who want to do business
can you hear, guys?
Make money.
Yeah.
I personally, I love a better life.
She said, I personally, I love a better life. What next, Toko?
You know, life is good, man.
She says, life is good, man. Life is good, man. What else?
But life can only be good when you have money in your pocket.
But life can only be good when you have money in your pocket. These are great portables. What else, Toko?
Because money speaks. Yeah. We are all here because we want money. Yeah.
She said, we are all here because we want money. If you want to watch the rest of Thokozani's nonsense, go onto YouTube and just say Thokozani Kupe, I love money. She talks about how much she loves money and she's doing all of this for money. Everybody, it's been a great evening. I wish you all a great week. Let me say holla to a lot of people. I said I'm getting a lot of comments. Okay, let me open. I want to say hi to some people. Let me. Okay. I'm just gonna say some what ups. Okay, who wants to shout out? Okay, let me open. I want to say hi to some. Okay. Stanley Sibanda, hi. Let me say hi to Emma, says our money. Fran Fimush, big supporter, salute to you. She says LOL. Isabel says thanks Acie. Thank you guys for watching. I really feel humbled. Salute. What happened to Makamba? I don't know what happened to Makamba. Do I look like Makamba's spokesperson? He's running from Mount Darwin South though, so I wish him all the best. I think he's going to do fantastic. Stanley Sibanda says nothing wrong with that. Okay. Blesmo says Toti Acie. Oh, that's a kind word for you to use for me. I've been called worse. Craziest person of the week, Acie Lumumba. What can I say? What you want me to say? I'm sorry. Proof of the pudding, Kupe. Alright, a lot of love sign. Guys, it's been really good. I really enjoy spending my Sundays with you. As you can tell, I'm not feeling too well, so I'm drinking up on a lot of water. My advice for you going into the week, Musaroe my baby aro no kiswa. Advice number 2, Musaroe my director finance basa. Aroe my director finance murowa murowa manguchka. Number 3, please, vaskana vanenge tapiwa musavalikise matepa munotumira wakomana moti, does anyone want to take this? I don't want it anymore. And those are munoita. Obviously not me. I just know some people who might be interested in interested. Number 4, don't listen to anything that Themba Muliswa says. I'm paying her. Alright guys, good night, love you all.